Hello, this is Coach John Brokken. Today I'm going to talk to you about hiring a virtual assistant through the website Odesk. So we'll start by going to Windows Explorer or Internet Explorer or Firefox, or you can use Chrome. I prefer Firefox. So let's go to odesk.com. And if you don't have an account, which I'm assuming you probably don't, you can go up to this top right hand corner under Sign Up. And you will need a freelancer, so sign up here and start entering in your first name, last name, company name, email, and choose a password. Or you can sign up through Facebook, LinkedIn, or Google. That might be a quicker way to get signed up if you already have a Google account or Facebook or LinkedIn. Then you click Get Started. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. So after you get your account set up, you'll get to the kind of the desktop, or I guess the front page. So under here you can go under, I guess, recruit, job postings. This is one that I posted on a previous training. I will post another one to go through the whole process with you. So by category, let's say sales and marketing, because I'm ideally looking to hire a virtual assistant to post ads on Craigslist for me and also possibly do some internet research for me. So possibly find title companies, real estate agents in certain areas. The list goes on and on for the things that they could do for you. So we'll say for this one, sales and lead generation. So title for the job, it can be very simple. This isn't a high-level job that we're hiring for. So really just the whole gist of it is real estate virtual assistant needed posting ads online and internet research. So describe the work to be done. Really, we can copy this and paste this, and that's really about it. I mean, you can go into more depth if you want to, but they get the gist of the type of work that they're going to be doing. One thing that I always do is to try to pre-qualify them, because especially with really anything, but especially this type of virtual assistant that we will be hiring, we want them to be detail-oriented. So I usually put a call to action, something like reply with your favorite 80s movie. And anybody that doesn't reply with their favorite 80s movie and they just send their resume or their cover letter or just a generic email or response, they're automatically deleted. So they didn't read the ad. I mean, and this is a very simple ad. So if they don't read this, you know they're not detail oriented at all. So I always have some sort of pre-qualifier. You can use whatever pre-qualifier that you want. Skills needed. You can dig into this further if you want to. I'm gonna have just put some basic ones in. Lead generation, online posting, maybe. Maybe advertising. And you can dig into those more if you want to, depending on what you're hiring for. You can hire multiple virtual assistants, maybe someone that does social media, someone that maybe answers emails if you want to. Really, it's up to your imagination what you want to hire a virtual assistant for. And then the pay kind of is accordingly for the level of skill that they need. I usually do pay by the hour. If you want like a website built, you can maybe do fixed price. But for this type of task, I do by the hour. Estimated duration, I always say more than 6 months, because if you hire the right person, you should have them for more than 6 months. My current virtual assistant, I've had for about 3 years now. Um, estimated workload, we'll say part-time. This is very much entry level, so less than $6.50 an hour. That's fine. So you can hire one freelancer or more than one. For this task, I would say one freelancer. You can attach a document if you had written out some sort of a job description, or more specific on what tasks they would do. You could add that, or you could just put it up into the work to be done section right here. So that's kind of up to you. I'm not going to add qualifications. I'm not going to require a cover letter because normally they're very generic and they don't, for something this simple, it's really not needed in my opinion. Screening questions, you can adjust these if you want. You could put your 80s movie question in here. For this example, I'm just going to leave these kind of standard. You can add more questions if you want to as well. So with this, I'm just going to go ahead and post the job. And my job was submitted. So one thing also that came up with a student was he wasn't getting very many responses, and they were $4, $5, $6, $8 an hour. With these tasks, just posting ads online, I would recommend staying under $4 an hour. My guy is $1.11 an hour, but he takes a little bit more supervision. If you want someone who's a little bit better, possibly does social media posting, blog posting, stuff like that, that's a little bit higher level, you may pay $3, $4 an hour. One of my other students has hired a virtual assistant to do this, but also to do cold call Craigslist leads. And so I think she's paying $4 an hour or so. So with the other guy that wasn't getting very many responses for his job posting, this is kind of on the fly, but if we go into settings, we should be able to get into payment methods. So one thing that I believe is seen by the virtual assistants is whether there's a payment method or not. So if there's not a payment method, they may not apply because they may not think that you're serious, or that they're not going to get paid if they do take the work. So I'd make sure that you do have a credit card or debit card, something set up, so they know that they can get paid. I think that does show on the posting. So once people start applying, you go back to the recruit tab, and we'll go to I believe this is the one, I posted 5 days ago. So it shows no applicants, but there's hidden applicants. So we can go into any of these. So we'll go into hidden applicants, and these are people that have applied for the job. And they vary from $3 an hour, $4.44, $1.28, almost $8. So it's a wide variety. But again, here's one, favorite 80s movie. I know that she replied to that, so I'll keep her here. Here's another one that they replied. Here's another one. This one I don't think they did, so they would probably be deleted. Here's another that would probably be deleted. So it's a great pre-qualifier to have a call to action. Let's see, you can find freelancers as well. For this level of task, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can search for freelancers, so for ad posting, and you can invite different freelancers to your job as well. So if I want to contact this person, for example, I can save them, or I believe I can contact them and then invite them to a job posting, but I have to have a job posting first, or create a new job posting before it'll let me contact them or send them an invitation. Once you do hire someone, we'll go to manage my team. So I have one that's on a pause contract right now that she's going to do some outbound calls for me, and then this is my assistant that I've had for a few years now, and he works for me part-time. He hasn't worked for a while, but if I wanted to, I could go into kind of what he's done for me. I can send a message. I can see what he hasn't worked at all this week. Since the start, he's worked almost 1,000 hours. I can give him a bonus. I can pause the contract. I can end the contract at any time. I can look at the messages that I've sent. I can look at his work diary, which is nice. So let's see. Let's go back to when he did post some hours. So it'll give me a screenshot every about 10 minutes or so. It'll give me a screenshot of what he's working on. And this little green part down here shows how many, I think it's how active he was on the keyboard. So if he was really active here, he really was not active at all. Then he goes back to here, does a screenshot of what he's working on. It says what, he can put a memo, what he's working on. It says what time it is. So I can track everything that he's doing if I really want to. So when he first starts out, when your virtual assistant first starts out, I would recommend checking these, make sure that he is working. I've hired virtual assistants on here that they never did anything. They just posted a bunch of manual time. And I got that reimbursed from Odesk. But all this time is auto-tracked. So I guess this section right here, he was not working, so he didn't get paid for that. Let's see, if we go into messages, this is how I communicate with them. So you can send, let's see, you can send attachments, you can send just regular messages back and forth, just text messages. You can see which ones you've sent, archive. But overall, I guess that's kind of a general overview of Odesk and the website I recommend using for hiring virtual assistants. And I guess if you have any other questions, email support. Thank you.